Welcome back to Bible Truth.
Oh, my.
In our last episode, we discovered that Jerusalem is destined to be the capital of God's kingdom, the city of the great king, where God's word will go forth to all nations. What a glorious picture of the future. But before that vision becomes reality, the Bible tells us that there will be a time of great turmoil, resistance, and judgment. That is what we'll look at in this episode. The judgments before the kingdom. The prophets, and even Jesus himself, warned us that the road to God's kingdom would not be smooth. Zechariah chapter 14 gives us a vivid picture of this. It describes a time when the nations will gather against Jerusalem, but the Lord will intervene with mighty power. There will be earthquakes shaking the earth, and God himself will go out to fight against the nations that resist his rule. This shows us something important. Human pride and rebellion will never prevail against God's plan. No matter how strong nations may appear, no matter how united their opposition may be, God's purpose will stand. At the same time, the New Testament gives us another powerful perspective. In Matthew chapter 25, verse 34, Jesus describes the final judgment. Then the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father. Take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world." Think about that. Some will face judgment for resisting God. Others will hear those beautiful words, an invitation to inherit the kingdom that God has been preparing since the very beginning. And connected with this time of judgment is another hope: the resurrection. God will raise the faithful to life so they can share in the blessings of the kingdom to come. That means that even death itself cannot stop God's people from receiving his promises. So what do we learn from all of this? While the world may tremble in fear, while nations resist, and the earth itself is shaken, God's people can look forward with hope. His justice will prepare the way for his peace, and his kingdom will be established exactly as he promised. We've seen then that before the kingdom is fully established, there will be judgments, resistance, and upheaval. But these events are not the end. They are the doorway to something far greater. In our next episode, we'll see the beauty of what comes after these judgments. The kingdom begins. Nations come to worship. Nations will bring their gifts, and all people will honor the King, Jesus Christ, in Jerusalem. So don't miss it as we continue exploring the unfolding of God's kingdom in Bible truth. Let us uncover the hidden truth.